Now we're heading to a charity shearing event in mid-Canterbury with Cosmo Kentish Barnes. He's with Rocky Bull, one of the event organisers.
So we're at Hinds Farm, a few kilometres out of Ashburton. We're the Shear For Life, so we have maybe 70, 80 shearers over 50 years of age are attempting to shear 3,000 lambs for the day for a fundraiser for Cancer Society and Hospice Ashburton.
And there are quite a few people here already, even though it's only about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, that's right. It's a very popular event. We ran it 6 years ago. It was a huge crowd. Word got out. People were asking, they wanted to do it again, so that's why we're back here. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. We're going to have a huge crowd here this afternoon.
How did this start? Where does the idea come from for the Shear For Life event?
Right, so we were sitting on the deck of with an Australian friend out of Mildura in Australia, and we'd lost a good friend from cancer, and his wife had lost a good friend with breast cancer. So we were sitting there thinking, oh, mate, you know, he had never been to New Zealand. We thought a few good mates, we need to get together and have a catch up. A few of our friends had passed away, so we thought we would come to New Zealand and maybe 10 of us raise a bit of money, give it to cancer and just have a catch up with some old friends. And it just snowballed and escalated. It just got bigger and bigger from there.
Did you contact the Ewings, the people who own this farm?
Yes.
How come it's being held here?
Well, when I got back home from Australia, a good friend, Dick Ewing, I mentioned it to him and I said, well, I know where there's a place we can do it at. He said, no way, you're doing it at my place. So I think he spent around about 100,000, extended the wool shed.
For the first event?
Yes. He was a very, very well-known man, Dick Ewing. He was a big part of our pulling in sponsorship and the organisation as well. He was right behind it. So this time around we're sort of running it in memory of Dick and Rupert and other friends that we've lost.
Because Dick passed away, a year or so after the first event to cancer?
That's right. So I think it was only a week after we ran the event. He went for a haircut. The barber said, I think you need to get that lump checked, and it started from there, and around about 12 months later he was passed away. So it's special. We needed to run this event again.
Yes. And what's your background? Where are you from and how long have you been a shearer for?
Right. Well, so I'm from Northern Hawke's Bay originally, Wairoa. I was shepherding way back in the day. I left to go overseas about when I was 21 shearing. I learned to shear, saw all around the world, travelled the world. Shearing's a great thing for young fellas. You can travel the world. It's so great. Yeah. That's where I've met a lot of these people that are here today. These older guys. We all travelled and shore all around the world together, and it's awesome to catch up with them.
Now you've shorn a few sheep already this morning. Will you be back on the board later on today?
Oh well, yeah.
Do people rotate?
Every 20 minutes. We don't want anyone having any issues up here. Some of these boys, were very good show shearers, competitive shearers. It's amazing. You get them up on that board even though they're over 50 years old and they've got a mate behind them. They don't want to get beaten. So
is it non-stop?
It's non-stop, yes. So 20 minutes is enough. We want to get off and have a rest.
Yes. And how many shearers are on the board at one time?
You're 9 at a time. There's nine stands.
There's always 9 shearers.
Always
there.
9 shearers up. Yes. Look, last time we attempted it, we done it fairly comfortably, so hopefully today we can, mind you, everyone's 6 years older again.
Where are the sheep from?
They're all off the farm here, off the Ewing family farm.
Oh, so they're from here?
Yes, they've brought them in and prepared them for us for the day, so yes, they're all from here.
Well, there we are. That was Rocky Bull. And another one of the organisers is Sandra Curd, and she is with me now. Sandra, how and why did you get involved with Shear For Life?
Oh, well, I've always known Rocky. He's been a shearer and I've come off a farm, so he's worked for us. And he just knows that I like doing admin work and events. And so he came to me with this idea originally in 2019 when we had the Shear For Life. And it was always said we should do another one in about 5 years' time. So here we are again.
How special is it to have a second event happening now?
Well, it is very special, but unfortunately during that time we have lost some really special people, so that's why this one here is in remembrance of absent friends. But it's gone up such a notch to what we did originally, and the support we've got is just overwhelming.
Yes. And was your husband alive for the first event?
Yes, he was, but he was very unwell. But it's a bit heart-wrenching today because today's actually his birthday.
Yeah. Oh, how special.
It is very special because it was a special birthday for him. It would have been today, and we would have been having a big party, so we're just having a big party here with this event.
Yes, and he had cancer.
Yes, he did. He did have a cancer journey of 3.5 years, but he fought very bravely, and I think that is why we get so much support, is because everybody knows somebody or has been personally affected, and also because the money is going to Ashburton Cancer Society and Hospice Mid-Canterbury. The funds are all staying in Mid-Canterbury, so the people supporting us know that it's this community that will benefit from the money raised, which will be distributed to those two groups.
Yes, and we can see into the shearing shed from where we're standing now, and it's pretty busy in there.
Yes, these fellas are going to be working all day to shear 3,000 lambs in an 8-hour period, and they'll just love it.
Waiting to take his place on the board is shearing legend Sir David Fagan.
It's an amazing community event here. I was lucky enough to be here, I think it was 6 years ago with the last one, where they raised $90,000, and it never ceases to amaze me, this Ashburton community down here, how they come out of the woodwork, and it looks like there'll be thousands of people here later on in the day, and it's a credit to this community what they're doing, it really is.
Yes. So where have you come from?
I live in the King Country in a place called Tikawiti in the North Island, and come down here. The criteria is you've got to be over 50 to share in this thing. So there's never a shortage of anyone every year. Everyone's getting older, so there's plenty coming on. And it's just great to support here and catch up with a lot of different people that you haven't seen for years. There's a lot of, All Black legends here too that are supporting it.
The next one is shearers, so get ready.
I am in the shearing shed, and as you can probably hear, it's quite noisy in here. There are 9 shearers shearing away, and supporting them are the rouses who are sweeping up the wool, putting it into fadges that are being taken out back where the wool's graded and pressed. I am with Richard Lowe. Richard, how come you're here today?
Yeah, I've been asking myself that same question all the way down the road. Saturday morning, should I be here? Probably not. Jock Ross roped me in a few months ago when they were organising it, and I was with Andy Earle at that stage, and Andy got out of it because he's due in surgery this next week for a knee. So here I am.
How important are these fundraising events?
Yeah, they are important, but it's also an opportunity for the community to show their togetherness, you could say. You drive in here, the car park's filling up as we speak. You look in the shed, there are a heap of different shearers taking their turns, peeling a few off. So it's good to see, and I suppose with a few old peoples that from yesteryear turning up, I suppose the only one that will throw the handpiece about could be David Fagan, but hey, fellas like myself, Bill Bush, Ian Kirkpatrick, we're all here to have a look and support, I suppose you say it.
And once again, a big thanks to our wall handlers here today. And the Preston team out the back, and the guys, of course, and girls out the back.
A curious visitor from Christchurch is very keen for a chat. Kimura, how come you're here at this shearing event?
Well, I got a phone call last night saying, would you like to come to Ashburton? And I said, I'd love to come to Ashburton to the Sheep Shearing Cancer Society shearing things. So I thought, right, I went down to the bank yesterday afternoon and I got some money so I could buy some food, make some donations, get some raffles and what have you.
Have you been watching the shearing in the shearing shed?
I have indeed, and I have been speaking to one of the shearers, and I was asking him, what's it like shearing a sheep? And he said it's a lovely experience, and I was watching one of the sheep that just about tried to kick him, but he managed to anchor it down. But the whole aspect of it is it's a new experience at the age of 70.
Well, Kim, it's great that you've come down here and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you very much, and everyone at Ashburton are my friends.
Taking their shearers and all hands to hand, ladies and gentlemen, that's the first mob cut out. I think there was 870 odd in that mob, so a good start to the day.
Behind a raffle stand in the marquee is organising committee member Larissa Ewing.
We are so lucky just in this area with all the generosity of local sponsors, also like the farms, like people just getting on board. We're still getting people bringing in stuff today saying, can we put this in the auction? Yesterday we were getting, we'd like to sponsor now too. So
it's never too late.
It's never too late, no. So we've had a busy week though, cleaning up the shed, because obviously it's a working shearing shed. So we started on Monday with the water blasting, and we had to put new shingle down. This was a bit of a pond here on Monday because we've had a bit of rain, so we had the digger out building trenches. But last time 90,000, this time we're going for more.
You're wanting to break that 100,000 mark.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So hopefully those buckets fill up. And I mean, 6 years ago, the weather didn't play ball. This year the forecast looks great.
It was a bit cloudy this morning, but now it is actually getting quite sunny and hot, which is what you want.
Yeah. So this time we've extended the area to make it a bit more family friendly as well. You know, parents stay a bit longer and might spend some more money too if the kids are entertained. We've got all that going on, and we've got the 2 health check vans here as well for melanoma, and the Carr Family Foundation, they're here as well doing like your blood pressure, and we've been blown away, to be fair, by support. Yeah.
Larissa Ewing there chatting with Cosmo at the Shear For Life charity event that was held last Saturday at Hinds Ridge Farm near Ashburton. Now, it ended up being a bumper fundraiser too. About 150,000 will be going to the Ashburton Cancer Society and Hospice Mid-Canterbury.